Bokeh. We're here on episode number 8.
Eight.
Is that right? 8.
Ought.
Wow. Ought?
Ought.
8. I don't know. I'm trying to be hip kid thing.
Ocho?
Don't.
Don't you dare.
At my age, just don't.
just wait till we get to a higher episode that starts with the 60.
Yeah.
Yeah. We won't say it now.
No, we won't.
But anyway, welcome to Bokeh Mocha. I'm Chris. I've got experience of 15 years in the professional world, 20 years in photography. Joined by Jen, who is our new upcoming photographer.
Mm-hmm.
One day being a professional. Year experience, correct?
Yes.
Fantastic. And then we have Griff as well. We've got 7-8 years in the non-professional side.
Yeah,
but
7-8
into
non-professional moving into, yeah.
Which is great. So between the three of us, we've kind of got all different ranges to work with, and we're excited to bring in another wonderful episode to teach photography.
And on that topic, there are two different, like at least for you and I, two different viewpoints as well too.
Yes, there is.
Where, and this is one where you get to really showcase where we're getting into really crunchy technical sides of things. And I like a little bit of forgiveness on artistic expression.
Oh,
of thing.
yes.
So
yes. Well, today we're going to talk about green screens.
I'm excited.
Oh, yes. So everybody is always out there. How do you get that picture? Well, today,
Yeah.
Today,
whenever you're watching this.
Yeah. Today we're going to be talking about how to get the green screen set up in a way that is easy to work with in post-production. As we talked about last episode, you want to do most of what you can do in camera versus what you want to do on the post-production. But in green screen, it's hard to be able to do things in camera unless you have some very fancy technological points. I don't have those fancy technical cameras that can easily just replace the background in camera. So we do everything outside of the camera and in the computer. But there's some more technical points to work with because you can't just point at a screen that's green and expect it to work. So today we're going to really get into seeing how to set up some certain lights, where you would place your subject in front of the green screen. We actually have a green screen in our studio here that we're going to get to use. So we'll get to kind of show on that, and you get to be our model for today and our subject in front of the green screen.
For you audio listeners, he's talking to Jen, not me. Nobody wants that.
This time.
We're
gonna have some point where we need to have Griff be a model for one of our stuff, because it seems like I'm never a model, you're never a model, so we need to figure out how to change that.
I think on my dating profile I say I'm better behind the camera than in front. So
I've always said I'm safer behind the lens than in front of the lens. At least the lens doesn't break at that point.
It's true.
I don't break lenses when I'm behind them most of the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Jen, since this is kind of your first time really working with green screen, we talked about what we can do with regular photography and our exposure and everything. But what's your biggest question you're going to have for doing a green screen?
What do you have to do computer-wise for it?
That's a good question. So one of the things that we use is called a chroma key. A chroma key means that we have picked a certain color that we will replace in the image.
Okay.
In our episode here, our streaming dock actually has the chroma key built into it. So what that means is the audience will actually get to see live what the picture should look like at the end because we have the manipulation capability in our streaming. But in the real world, the camera itself doesn't have a chroma key replacement.
Right.
And programs like Photoshop, Lightroom, those already have chroma keys built into them. And we'll have to show how those computers can both work with it, because there is some adjustment you can do, but mainly it all has to be a uniform color across the board.
Now, does this technology work kind of the same way that, like, say, for example, like a Snapchat or a TikTok filter does, where it like blurs the background, or like you're on a Zoom meeting or something along those lines?
So Zoom has a chroma key filter, but no, it does not have the same kind of deal for that. What the the zoom and Snapchat, all those do is it just looks at the depth. So it sees you as the subject and it identifies a rough outline of that subject. That's why it's really pixelated and blurry around the subject.
Or why somebody that's like reacting to something is sometimes fading in and out of the picture inside because they're moving the camera too much.
When we have the chroma key installed, it only looks for the color. It doesn't look for the subject. So therefore, any object that you put in front of that, it can build a track. And we're going to show that today on our whole episode and show what different features we can do with that. And it's a good point to bring up. If you're a content creator and you want to do that, it doesn't have to be just from the camera perspective. You can use it in the video side too.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
You sure?
Yes.
You don't
I mean,
look excited.
meteorologist. I'm sorry. I'm so tired.
we made
This week was all over the place.
we made so many references setting up to film this episode. I think there was like a reference to the weatherman that
I was
got
about to make a reference
super excited that he could like move and manipulate his touchscreen because he was using that instead of the green screen effect, and just how simple men are and everything.
Well, some of the things that green screens can be used for, and that's a perfect way to bring it in. If you're looking at it from a newscast point of view, most news stations still use the green screen for the meteorology map. Sometimes it's not green, though, either. It can be green, it can be blue, just a single solid color.
Is there a reason why it's one of those two colors specifically, and why we've made like kind of a transition from blue to green more prominently?
Well, actually, originally it was because of the way the cameras could be able to differentiate between the systems. But also, green was a big deal because not a lot of people wore green on TV. Just because it made the subject more of a flat image, didn't have the human perspective. So because it was the least chosen color for clothing, they picked green for the background, and then it was an easy fix for the cameras to be able to see the green compared to people. But of course, we still have a lot of those people that purposely will wear their color green so that they can have some different effects, especially during Halloween. I think it's like a common.
There was a weather person on Halloween that her costume was she was sitting in a cloud, and so she wore green leggings, so it looked like the cloud was just floating there.
Yeah, so, and that's perfect example of what you can do for showing that, because the program is only looking for that color, and if you didn't have the color selected, then it wouldn't work as well.
Okay.
But yeah, and then we've got other features. We can do things in photography world. We can make it look like you're going to be sitting on a beach drinking a mojito when you haven't even left Hayes, Kansas.
True.
And then you can also have other different features, like if you're going to be talking about something specific and you want that background image behind them. Or what's even more fun is if you have a comedy show that you're trying to work with. There was an old show I remember that they changed the green screen.
Whose line is it anyway? Yep. It was it was a newscaster announcement where the person in front of the green screen had to listen to the clues that the two announcers that were watching on the monitor feed them and try to guess what was going on.
Yeah, and it was the best concept ever. I loved it. I'm so sad that's not a common thing, but maybe we can restart that. That might be kind of fun.
Maybe.
But on our next segment coming up here, we're going to go into showing kind of the equipment that we have set up and be able to show how that could actually work for an in-studio. This is not something that you would start off a basic, though. You would need some technical experience to do.
Yeah. Let's face it, this is just so we can have some fun and play around a little bit.
Exactly. So we'll take a quick break here, and when we come back, we'll head over to the studio and check out the green screen. See you soon. Welcome back to Bokeh Mocha. I'm Christopher. We're going to be going ahead and show you what's behind me of the green screen setup. Right now, Griff is actually behind the camera. Hello, Griff. And then Jen's going to be helping me out with some modeling as well. Almost there. There you go.
As close as my face is going to get.
We're excited, if you couldn't tell.
Oh, yes. We got multiple monitors all throughout the studio with what we can see here. So, of course, everyone's looking in different directions. But first thing we want to kind of show is the wide view of how this works. So our green screen has two features to it. We can either start with what we have here, which is just going to be our wall only, or we have the capability of taking our roll and rolling it all the way out so the floor is green as well. This allows for a full body kind of setup versus what we're going to do, which is just going to be a mid-range up setup for today. The reason we're showing that is just to kind of show how it gets set up, and then you can get even more detailed as time goes on. But the thing that you have to remember is you have to work with your light placement. So Griff is going to follow with the camera as we set up. When you have your green screen set up, you need to make sure that shadows are kind of eliminated from the green screen. So you first have your two very bright lights on each side of the green screen. Love how we can show all the way around the whole view here. And then those are mainly to cast against the green screen. And then you have your subject light. This can be one of many different things. You can actually have a ring light directly on your camera, or we have a softbox light that's actually going to be positioned on above where our camera is when we do the green screen. Some of the things you want to avoid with the green screen is to have your subject be only like 3 inches from the green screen itself. So if you stand right here, now you see one of the things that we have, if she steps this way, you see that shadow that causes. Now if she takes a half a step forward, that shadow disappears. The reason for the shadow is because we have two very bright lights that light up the green screen. If we have that shadow, go ahead and step back, the color changes. And when we go into the next segment and show you how to use this with the chroma key, that can actually mess up the chroma key and you get this artifact look and it doesn't really work well, especially when you're doing post-process. Now, if you step towards this light, keep going, right there, you can see how that shadow really is there, but she is extremely overexposed. So it's another reason why you put your model to your lighting. So we're going to have you step on mark. Now you can see we can adjust our settings here. Camera went the other way.
Yep.
There we go. So we adjust our settings here. Now you can see from that, we have her exposed and the green screen has a bright spot. We did this on purpose to show this. So if your green screen has a bright spot, you move that light back until your bright spot disappears. You notice we still don't have any shadows, yet we don't have any bright spots. So when we use our chroma key, it's all uniformed across the back. Now, one of the things we talked about before, we're going to use this because this will be a fun thing to use. You can be able to actually have products that you can be able to work with and everything that's on there. And your green screen won't get affected by that because like we talked about before, we're not looking for just a subject, we're looking for the color.
It might do you some good to maybe get on camera too.
Oh, I guess. I don't need to be on camera, right?
Sure,
I'm making
sure.
shadows. I'm making shadows.
So.
But you can be able to work with the product to be able to show that, and it's not going to go in and out of being in focus for any of the video recordings. But what other questions did you want to know about green screens before we get to go play fun with green screens?
How long does it take to assemble or disassemble?
Well, if you've got one that's permanently fixed to the wall like we have, it's not very long to set up.
It's literally
just,
like 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's lights. If you're doing something that's in your own home, you can actually do this with a clothesline. And you can well stretch it between walls of your house on a clothesline. Mm-hmm. And Griff's coming over here too.
I am, because I actually have a question that I want to ask on camera.
Ooh, perfect.
All right. So with a fabric like this, is there a safe way to store it? Do you need to have like lint rollers available for any? How sensitive are we talking that this chroma key can grab stuff?
Some sensitivity really comes with creases. So we have some light creases here. So if you're going to store this, don't fold it. Mm-hmm. You're going to want to try and roll it.
Roll it.
On the base of our system here, you can see we have it as a roller. Mm-hmm. That way, when we do roll everything up, little tiny creases aren't as big of a deal as the main ones. Mm-hmm. We have we don't have enough monitors. I need another monitor.
Yeah, that's the last thing you need with how many monitors you got.
For those
Oh,
who don't
God.
see it, there's already 5 monitors in this studio.
Yeah.
So,
Uh,
but
Mm-hmm.
with the lint and everything, that's not going to be as big unless it's something large. Dust from footprints,
Mhm.
things like that, that'll show up
Mhm.
on there. But it's not as bad if it's just little lint or dog hairs, things
Okay.
like that.
So probably when we're getting into, like, say, for example, macro photography, product photography, and
Yep.
you're using green screen with that, that would probably be where that would come into play.
That's correct.
Okay.
The closer you get that lens to the fabric, the bigger the imperfections are going to become.
Mhm.
So yes, very good with that one.
Yeah.
You're just having fun with our new products. So for those who don't know, this is actually a slate coaster that we laser engrave in studio that we are actually setting up to hopefully sell. So
Mhm.
we might have some BAM merchandise with that later on as we go.
Hopefully.
But not yet. We're not there yet.
All right, I'm gonna go put this back.
So what we're going to do is we'll go to the next segment here, and we're going to actually have a little bit of fun with the green screen.
Oh
And
dear Lord.
yeah,
Yeah.
you get to be our model for the green screen. I think we have a few surprises that we're going to be doing.
I mean,
too.
we're wrapping this segment up 3 minutes early, so we'll have 3 extra minutes to play. It's
Exactly.
like I'm telling my kids, like, if you clean up your stuff first, then we can play longer. So.
Absolutely. So be sure to stay tuned with us for our next segment, and we're going to have some fun with green screens and go from there. But we'll be right back here on Bokeh Mocha. Okay, welcome back to Bokeh Mocha. We're going to discuss how we can really work with the green screen and the chroma key. So one of the things that we've done is we've actually set the green level behind me to the actual chroma key color. So when we do a switch over, it's going to seamlessly pull just the green behind. As you can see, I'm not wearing any green, so it's not going to affect my visuals, but it will affect everything that goes on behind. So if we switch to our chroma key, possibly, there we go. See, now all of a sudden I am in darkness. I am outside at night. Griff, I think this is one of your images,
Yep,
correct?
it is.
Where is this?
This is at Frontier Park. It's a very night shot exposure, just going for the lamps and whatnot. I was also really into Stranger Things at that point too. So the post on Instagram includes like that synth riff on it and everything. So,
nice. Now you can see we can move in and out, but yet the photo is going to stay the same because it's locked into the green screen. But we can move, and you can see with my hand, there's not as much pixelation as some of the ones that we've had from what we talked about earlier with the Zoom call and everything.
Yeah.
But if I come back here, you can see my shadow comes back up, and it starts pixelating my shadow because I've changed that color green just enough that it changes that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some of the cool fun things you can use, if we grab our other green screen piece, we can have Jenny come over here, be our model right here. Welcome back, Jenny.
Hello.
Take this back here.
welcome back, and we'll go underneath the camera
so that we can do this, and then now we have covered up Jenny to the point where it looks like it's just our floating head of wisdom. What floating head of wisdom knowledge do you have for us today, oh great head of wisdom?
Oh, the great head of wisdom says, "Do not eat cheese before midnight. You will wake up and instantly have to go."
All right.
That's a good wisdom.
That's a very good wisdom. But all of that is just done by using another version of our
Actually,
green.
We could wrap
Uh-huh.
as well too, so we don't have to stand there and hold the sheet the entire time.
I feel burritoed,
There we go.
just like I was talking about cheese.
Yep.
And as you can see now, it's just, oops, I should not step in front of her light though. Now you can see that she, even though I can stand right next to her, be perfectly fine, but she steps in front of me, and now I've got a block over here because of the fact that it's green screen. If we switch to one of our other images that are brighter, we can bring up another version as well. Hardwood's a dark image, and I'm wearing a dark colored shirt.
Yep. There we go.
Oh,
So this really shows that shadow that was behind me. So I step behind her. Oh no! I vanished. Why are you going down to? I vanish. Oh wait.
That's what
Doesn't
you
work.
thought.
Exactly. So you can have a lot of fun with the green screen. So you can do multiple layered levels with
I feel
this.
like I'm wearing the cloak of invincibility from Harry Potter.
Yep.
You know that's actually how they filmed it, right?
It is.
Except for you're not cloaked on that side. There you go.
There we go.
Walk this way. And away she goes. Gone. But yes, that's actually how they do that in post-production as well. Now, what's also really cool, we were talking earlier about green screen versus blue screen, correct?
Yeah.
So now we have a chroma key, but it doesn't affect our blue color because that's not what the chroma key is set to. So if we have any other object, as long as it's not green, we can be able to utilize. So if some people would like to change their background for their TikTok videos or anything like that, you can set a green screen. And if you're doing a photography video, you can still have your green screen and then use a different color backdrop to be able to work with. You want to have more fun. What fun do you want to have?
Let's flip this real quick.
And then the other side is green.
Yep. Not as, but now it looks like I'm just kind of like, resting my arm on the horizon.
You know? This is going to be our fun episode.
This will be the one that'll break the internet.
Oh, I hope so.
I guarantee it.
I hope so. You know, we're trying to get more subscribers. I guess this is the way to do it.
Yeah.
Bye, Jim.
It's what the kids are into, right?
Right.
Cringy green screen stuff. So.
Right. And all this setup, I mean, we're not talking the very expensive point. Oh, hand puppets. Even better. So the main thing that you can do, we have studio lights here, but if you have on Amazon, you can get the green screen, depending on the size. This smaller one actually is about $15. The big one's only $20 to be able to get that. Yeah. And then for lights, we have our studio lights with reflectors on there, but you can just get any set of studio lights. I believe they've got some really inexpensive softbox lights, what we have here with some reflectors that you can get for a set for $60-$70. So $100 investment on top of your camera, you can get set up with this.
Yeah, and I mean, our viewers can't really see it, but I mean, I'm looking at this box light over here, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 fluorescent bulbs in it.
Yeah, that's how we made this one as bright as we could, because sometimes you can't get them just one bulb that bright. So how do you get more light? Add more bulbs.
Add more bulbs.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's a bright idea.
Yeah, there we go. All right, we'll patent it.
So what else do you guys want to do with in front of a green screen? I think we have another picture that was from Jen that we might want to bring up here. Maybe. There it is.
There we go.
We love Mr. Chunky. Behold, Chunky Cat at work. He's so fat, he reminds me of Garfield.
All right.
If he doesn't eat lasagna, then I don't want none.
So now one of the things we could have done is we could have spray painted the cat orange too, right?
I mean, yes, but I don't think Chunky would have appreciated that.
Probably not. Now in post-production we can make him orange.
Yeah.
And then Chunky doesn't actually have to be orange.
Huh, Chunky could be renamed Garfield at that point.
Yeah.
Although my boss tends to call him Tubbs.
Now, one of the other things too, like what we do is if we touch the green screen, you can be able to see our shadow gets really close to it. But if we're pushing it in and out, it doesn't change the view. When you've got those studios, they actually have lights that run the length of the green screen straight down, and then more lights on the bottom that run straight up. So when you go to touch it, there is no shadow at all. That's how the meteorologist can be able to go and say, it's going to be sunny up here, or it's 2,850 degrees in Phoenix today.
Yeah.
Referencing another fun video.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
We got a low pressure system in the toe beans over here.
In the toe beans. I think the toe beans.
Nope.
Nose is over here.
90% chance of boop.
Boop.
So this was a fun episode.
This is a fun episode.
Yes.
That's what it was for.
Yeah,
It's true.
That's what it's for. But for any of our viewers that are on here, the number one thing that we would like to have everyone do is subscribe to our channel. So,
absolutely.
And if you know somebody who has not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. we'll do more fun things like this, especially when we go out and about for adventures and things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think the first clip that's going to go viral is just that still image of this cat and Jen walking in going, "Behold, Mr. Chunky."
Oh, that is absolutely going to be a clip that we're going to be having to make. Mr. Chunky. Ta-da! Ta-da!
Griff walks in front of my hands.
I'm sorry.
Do we have any other pictures today, technical director? Oh, we
Oh.
have another picture.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
We're not prepared for
I guess we're not.
these.
Our technical director has surprises for us
Okay,
today,
all
so
right.
we don't know what's
Yeah.
coming up
Yeah,
next.
let's see what the.
Oh, come
no.
on.
that-
Run!
Yoink.
4014's coming. Actually,
Yeah.
4014, yeah, right. 4014 is en route right now
Oh.
over on the west side of the U.S.,
Mhm.
and hopefully they'll be
Coming
bringing
back
it
through.
this way for 250 years in the United States
Heck yeah.
for being a country. They're doing this big coast-to-coast trip.
We were talking about before we filmed this that Route 66 is turning 100 this year.
Oh, it is,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I might. That might be a photo excursion for me. Like maybe go down Route 66 at some point.
There we
Oh,
go.
yeah.
I think we've actually got a section that comes through Kansas, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
So-
I'm trying to remember where, but we do.
I think it's down to the southeast corner
Yep,
of
it
Kansas.
goes through Missouri and kind of hits that little corner down there and then continues on.
Yep.
So yeah.
What other picture do we have, technical director? Uh-oh. We're scared here. Oh, our sunset
It's a
picture.
nice little sunset picture.
My
Yeah.
beautiful sunset.
Yes, it is.
Ah,
Yeah.
From the boat,
From the boat.
which was not going very fast that day.
No. Well, because we kind of were stopped for the sunset. Yeah.
That right there.
What else do we have? We have time for one more image. Oh, man. That would fit perfect. Nose boop the elk.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I
I
was
was gonna flick
Don't
the sun.
pick his nose.
I was gonna flick the sun, but you know it changed just in time.
Picking his nose.
I could
Well-
flick them in the nose.
Oh, boy.
This probably has some outtakes that are probably gonna go up as well too. We
Oh,
got
yes.
a little off the rails while we were trying to film it, but this was a blast. I love this.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes, it was.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's going to be as much time as we have for this episode, as much fun as we can fit into one episode.
You know what technical director Abby could do?
What?
She could play the outro video on the green screen behind
She
us.
could. She could. You know what? Let's do that.
Yeah.
Can we run that? And then we're going to have to kind of go with the credits.
Yep.
But thank you guys so much for joining us on this episode. And we look forward to seeing you guys again next week on another Bokeh and Mocha.
Keep shooting, keep sharing.
Oh, God, my knees. We thank you so much for listening to this 8th episode of Bokeh and Mocha. We do actually have a few outtakes that we had from the recording of this episode that we're going to play for you here. So for those of you who are watching on our YouTube channel, we have that visuals for you. If you are listening on any of our audio podcasts, please make sure to go over to YouTube and find at KS Drone HYS and subscribe to our YouTube channel to be able to see all the fun and exciting things that we do in addition to the actual audio side of what we have. And we look forward to seeing you guys again on our next episode here of Bokeh and Mocha.
Hey, how's it going? Let me burn some sage, some incense real quick.
Be gone.
Be gone! To be able to make imagery like this, correct. It will need two hands to move around.
Do
Perfect.
you want me to drag this one?
No, we want to keep that a surprise for segment 3 when we actually just drag it out in front of you, and he's gonna stay behind it the whole way, and then just pop up next to you like, "Hello." Yep. All right. Abigail, ready? You ready?
Yeah, we're ready. We're good. We're on.
All right. Well, ready to start? Welcome back to Bokeh and Mocha here on our wonderful channel. We've got our wonderful model here who's going to help us out. Not the smoke machine, but we have our wonderful
Head of wisdom.
Head of wisdom, the Gen head. You can see where
Yeah, we want that
No,
on
no
mute.
joke. That happened to me in high school. I had a lapel mic from when I was doing the musical, and I went back and
Oh no!
see, that's why what you do is you just take the cable and you unplug.
Yeah.
Well, not on these ones. These ones that have a separate microphone. Never mind, don't do that.
Yeah.
All right. Ready?
Okay, so the smoke is getting a little bit in the way of her head.
This is how it looks inside with all the smoke and everything. Where's
Listen,
our...
it's a great investment, all right?
Please don't start the smoke detectors off in here.
All right. Yeah, so we're having way too much fun.
Yeah.
To be covered.
But,
And then she's gone.
and she's gone.
Oh
She's been replaced by a stool. Anyway.
no! I think we're going to restart this.
The talking stool.
All right, we're going to stop that one. We're going to reshoot that because that was not okay.